Hello, I'm Bernard Charles, the creator of the Color Mage Oracle. I'm so excited. The Color Mage Oracle is now online and available as an app for you for free. All you have to do is make an account and you get to access the Color Mage Oracle digitally. The online app is a culmination of what I already put together through the color journals and been coaching my clients for years on in one centralized place. So you are able to record your personal color readings and readings for your family and friends and clients securely. Worked with app developers to make sure that they understand that security is very top priority with your mood and your emotional data. And only I and the app developing team has access to the information. And what else? We get to do mood analysis. You get to track your moods before and after readings for you and your clients. And you get to explore the Chromaverse, which is a fun section in the app that you get to type in a place around the world and you get to see what prominent mood is coming through in that geographic location. And then there are trending colors all in one place. So that element does aggregate information from user readings anonymously, and it aggregates news articles around the world and assigns basically a mood matrix to that information, and then it gets to put out this beautiful report for you to access. So we're going to jump into it because I'm super excited. I've already, to be honest and transparent, I've already recorded, and there was a boo-boo, so I had to fix the boo-boo. But now everything seems to be working. So there are two ways you can do a reading in the app. You can use your physical Color Mage Oracle deck. And if you don't have the deck, that's okay. I understand that not everyone has a budget for this super big comprehensive deck. I mean, there are 108 color cards in the deck. That's a lot of information. And it's not cheap to make either, not with the state of the world and inflation and all of that. So you can access the messages digitally, and we're going to trust the process and just trust. That's basically what we're here with, is developing trust. So when you first get started, a disclaimer will pop up on the screen. That disclaimer is only you acknowledging that in order to do readings, it's for entertainment purposes only, and none of the information is to provide or substitute professional advice. So glad we got that disclaimer out. When you click on a reading choice, you'll be presented with 3 spread options. For now, the plan is to introduce new spreads in the future for free. Like, in addition to this, I don't anticipate making money from like spreads or, upselling through this feature. I mean, I think different spreads mean different things for different people, and you should have a swath of them at your disposal if you feel inclined to. But the tried and true is a single card, a 3 spreader, which is past, present, and future, and then good old faithful, the Celtic Cross spread. And When you click on it, you'll be setting your intention, and you don't have to have information in this box. So if you want to keep your readings private and you just want to play around and see what comes through, you can do that. I do have to say it does work like a journal. So in a way, if you want to remember why that specific color felt a certain way on that specific day, it's good to have notes. So you can use this section for like note taking, some stream of consciousness element coming through. When you're setting your intention, are you setting it for yourself or are you setting it for a client? And that's what this section, this drop down, will appear. When you first get started, it will automatically default to yourself. If you don't read for family, friends, or other people, then it'll just be listed as myself. But I think the intention, I already did this, so I'm just going to just jump through this. And the reading that I did for myself that I pulled physically is El Sol. This is the sun. And so the intention going into this reading for you or for myself is introducing this app to the world. And then it makes me feel both nervous and excited. So before the reading, I chose my mood as energetic. And then after the reading, I chose joyful. And what came through was I want this app to feel warm. I want it to renew your spirit. And the greater intention and use for the app is to better understand how is the world feeling and how are you feeling, and where do you see yourself in that greater macro conversation of how is the world doing beyond, oh, the news is negative, negative, negative. What can we do about it? What are some practical ways to move through? So I really wanted to build an app for you so that you can understand your patterns of emotions as well as the patterns and see the pattern of emotion and moods throughout the world, and to try and contextualize that as best as we can. And then I did a reading for my client. My client is Luma Joy. When you click on a client profile, you get to see their astrological signs that you can put in there. Luma Joy is a thought form that I created it's a thought form that came to me while creating a sigil for Change Your Mood Oracle, which is a separate oracle deck that was funded successfully on Kickstarter. And that momentum, it's been a whirl creating this app, launching that on Kickstarter. It's been a lot of information, and a lot of like projects, and then at the same time being unemployed too. So this is what I do. This is what I do, and I love it. And I made this for you, and I made it for your clients. I think it's very important when you add a client, you're going to put their name for sure. You're going to put their relationship to you. Awesome. Yes, so the client profile does ask you for an email and a phone number, and that information you should get permission before sharing that, putting that information in here. If you want to use the app as a way to remember that information, feel free to do so. But that information is not something that I'm using, and it's not something that the app development team is using, because again, data security is important. It's just there in case you need a centralized location for that information, but it's completely optional and you do not need to put that information in there. You can feel free to put extra notes if you want. It's just generalized information to just put in when you're adding a client for the first time. So if we go back to the history, the intention for the client reading was to focus on you. So focus on you watching this recording and what information comes up for you right now. What was pulled was gold reverse. Gold reverse means that you're comparing your abundance to someone else's abundance, and it's just not the same. We have what we have because that's what we've drawn and attracted to ourselves. And so how can we develop joy, develop happiness, develop positivity? How can we use the abundance of information like technology and tools as a place of shared resources? So the energy right now is a lesson of sharing your resources with others and being open to activating your personal power in an environment or a conversation or a situation where there's scarcity or poverty consciousness, because you want to transform that energy from an energy of lack to an energy of lavishness. So that was the message that's coming through. Now, when you work with the colors and when you're doing your readings, you'll have a dashboard. This is your personal dashboard. So this dashboard is going to reveal the number of readings that you've done, a number of readings you've done total this week, and the dominant color theme that's coming through. You'll have a horoscope section, a note from the fates. So this information will take your readings and give you some extra advice, I guess you can say, from the fates. And the note that I have is: today you radiate an infectious energy, reminding everyone around you of the power of vitality, life force, bringing your life force into a project, into a relationship, into your workplace. Harness it wisely. Just as Ra, the sun god in Egyptian mythology, navigates his solar boat through the dark of night, trust in your inner wisdom to guide you toward clarity amid any confusion. Channel this vibrant force into meaningful activities, whether it's a creative project or helping a friend in need. Make your actions count. Remember, every step you take today shines a light for others. Your enthusiasm can ignite inspiration, hope in those around you. Keep shining. I love this. I love this. I love this so much. And it gives you an affirmation, and then it shows you practical guidance. So this is the archetype to connect with this energy right now. So teaching, being a person of leadership, being a person of wisdom. And then it will connect it to a god or goddess that's appropriate. And today's practice is spend time in sunlight for mental clarity. Now you can, if you're not happy with the note from the fates, and as you refresh your screen, your dashboard refreshes, the message might change. And that's a good thing, because words is energetic vibration. And so maybe one note from the fates didn't resonate as much, and so you can get another message, a different way to say the same thing. As long as your brain is open to receiving that spiritual force, the right thing will come through, and you can easily count the stars again and get a new message in a different way. So it'll just rephrase the message so that you can better understand what truly resonates for you. And it also gives you a different practice. Journal 3 things you learned recently. I love that because it's about learning new things. Timeline themes and your chakra aura insight sections, they will appear when you do 3 readings. You could do 3 singular readings, or you could do a Celtic Cross spread reading. So your first goal with this app is to do at least 3 readings. I believe in you, because that will give you more data to understand your energy. I recommend doing 1 reading for 3 days each day so that you can see how your readings and your mood is changing over your personal timeline. You'll see your color trends. You'll see which colors are appearing frequently within the past 90 days, 30 days, or the past week. And then you get to track your mood from before the reading to after the reading to see graphically, are you on the upswing? Are you trending downward? And this is just to help you just emotionally and mentally prepare yourself for whatever life throws your way, to try and not make you feel so alone in it. And at the bottom is all of your recent readings so that you can access them. If you go to the color library, you get to have every color in the deck available to you, the upright and reverse meanings, as well as the chakra affiliation and essential oils and crystal recommendations. So in case you want to buy something for yourself. If you go to your account page, this is important. Your account information has your name, of course, your email address. You need those things, but it will also have this section called astrological signs. So this, I can tell you, I'm very curious of what your zodiac sign is, and your notes from the fates will take your astrological profile into consideration when recommending specific gods and goddesses, as well as the best message for your zodiac sign, basically. And so I put in my sun sign, which is Aries, my moon sign, Capricorn, and my rising, which is Virgo. And then if you put in your current location, that will also make it so that when you go to the Chromaverse page, it will tailor trends, and it'll maintain your readings for you. Your disclaimer acknowledgement will also be listed here, as well as signing out. And if you ever have a question or need something updated, or if there is a bug or something's not working for you, feel free to email me, hello@chromamystic.com, so that we can look into it, figure it out. So the Chromaverse is my favorite section besides doing the readings. The Chromaverse uses AI to aggregate news articles as well as user readings anonymously to paint a picture of how people are feeling in the world. And so if you go to Global City Moods, you get a real-time snippet of how people are feeling, or what the energy is feeling like in that location. So if we do Philadelphia, I'll put the full name to analyze the location. So in Philadelphia right now, anxiety is coming through. It makes perfect sense. Recent surveys indicate that residents are increasingly concerned about public safety and financial stability, with crime and affordability being top worries. So if you wanted to put in any location, you can analyze it currently, get a very quick blip of a feeling or a mood that's going on, and see how it compares to maybe where you live, or how it compares to another location. Collectively, globally, recent events just show anxiety inducing. So that's one thing about this, is that the news, we already know that media literacy is so valuable and important. The news curates information, and news has shaped the way we see the world. What this app will do is give you more autonomy and more power over seeing the world. And even though we can see that collectively the mood is XYZ based on XYZ, which is the news, the intention is knowledge is power. And it aggregates that information, shows you what's happening very quickly, gives you some dominant themes of where is the anxiety showing up, and then it offers actions, a way to heal that collective mood if it's negative. Promote diplomatic dialogue, good. Invest in disaster preparedness. I think that's also good in education. There was like an avalanche in California recently, killing cross-country or backcountry skiers. So I think it's very important to understand that climate change is literally changing, and it's real, and you need to feel educated and prepared. You can do a deep dive analysis of what specific articles are reporting on this, what's affecting today's mood, and it gives you historical context, which I really appreciate, to try and educate yourself. On the other side, it's the funner side. Besides the news, it is the color trends that are happening. So it takes different color moods, reports, fashion, cultural trends, and it gives you 3 colors that are currently in trend right now, and you can use those colors as inspiration for projects, logo, brand development. You can take those colors and use them to inspire what to wear for the day. Besides your own readings, you could like align yourself or see how your readings align with the zeitgeist that's currently trending. And you can also do a deep analysis of that information to give you more information on what's pushing that forward, like what's driving it forward, and then what is like the sort of predictive outcome ahead for that. So that information is really fun and really useful, really beneficial when you're a creative person and you don't know what to create. You can use it to make it fun and cool. The last thing, if you don't have the book already, you can buy the book, or you could get the Color Mage Oracle deck, the physical copy of the deck. That is the Color Mage Oracle Online. It is new. It's like a little baby, and I'm so excited to see how our moods are shaping the world. And I'm so excited and grateful that you're taking the time to join me on this experience and to try and like get a better understanding of how color is transforming your own world. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at chromamystic.com. I'm there, or I'm on social media when I remember it exists. But until next time, love, light, and color.